Usually I use Carb Quick or coconut flour, which I know probably isn't the best, but it's kind of leftovers from when I was keto. I don't eat regular flour. The basic only difference between now and when I was keto was I added some fruit. That's literally the only thing I've added. I'll have strawberries and a banana once in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna be umming and ahhing a lot. I really gotta get better at that. Has anybody watched The Owl House? I've started watching it. I watched it. I watched the whole first season, and I freaking loved it. And it's so hard for me to get into TV shows and stuff, because I tend to put myself in the character's shoes. So if the characters are uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. So anytime the characters are uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable, at least a little bit. So it makes it hard to really get into shows, because I'm just like cringing with the characters and gritting my teeth. But it's a really good show. Sorry, I've gotten a couple of messages and I really want to answer them, because that's also part of my anxiety, but I'm trying to do this and not worry about it. This is video 1. Well, I have videos on my channel, but they're from like 6 or 7 years ago. It was back when people used Windows Movie Maker for things. I wash the top part of the lid for the frying pan now because I do not dry it. Everything else I'm washing right now, I will dry. I wash a load and then I dry a load. But that does not get washed. But I have to wash. It gets washed. It gets washed. Sorry. It does not get dried. But the frying pan also gets washed. So I have to wash it with the stuff that gets dried, because I'm gonna dry the frying pan and I need the top not to be in the way. So that's why that's like that. I'm gesturing too while I'm doing this, even though you can't see it because it's a voiceover. Why? I really hope I get better at this, because right now it sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if no one watched this. I wouldn't be upset if no one watched this. Watch this. I'm going to try other videos too. I just don't know what to make. I want to make YouTube videos, but I suck at editing because I've never done it before. See my little hip movement? Because I gotta move my hips to wash the dishes. I don't know why I mentioned that. Anyway, so I really like The Owl House. The first time I saw Amity, I didn't like her because she was so mean, but she's gotten a lot nicer, and her and Luce are so cute together. I just love that ship. I've looked up fan art and stuff on Instagram, and they're just so freaking adorable. And Ida, her name being Idalyn, and Lilith. And Gus, his full name is Augustus. I freaking love that. That they have little nicknames and stuff. I don't know why, but I freaking love that. Yeah, see right now I'm rinsing off the plates. Singing to myself still, I don't know if you can tell. I usually play music, but I was so nervous about recording that I didn't start playing music right away like I normally would. Even though I do end up playing music. I'm always kind of nervous about the big knives. A few days ago, my brother accidentally punched the knife. He didn't get hurt, but he accidentally punched it. And it was sitting like that, so he could have, but it just tends to sit like that with the blade out. Oh yeah, see? I told Google to play Lollipop Candyman by Aqua. And then I said yay, because I was excited that it actually worked, because it works 90% of the time, but then sometimes it won't. That's the other reason I'm doing a voiceover, because I don't want you guys to have to, yeah, the music is very distracting for me, even though you can't hear it. When I was looking over the video earlier, I accidentally activated my Google Home from the recording, so I don't want to do that to you guys. Finish up rinsing the silverware. I'm really proud of myself, actually, because for the longest time I used to not want to do the dishes. I've been dealing with depression a lot of my life and anxiety, and it's been difficult in the past to get the dishes done. They've been just like piled up for like weeks, and then you just like wash what you need and nothing else, and it's gross and I hate it, but it's so hard to get the motivation to do the dishes sometimes. Like, I know it seems like an easy thing, and when I actually get to doing it, it is easy. But getting up the motivation to do it is what's difficult. But I've been working really hard on my mental stability, and I'm a lot better now. And for at least 3 or 4 months now, I've been doing dishes every day, because it's a lot easier. I do the dishes. That evening, we use the dishes. The next morning, I wash the dishes again. I don't have anything like else I have to do at that time, so why not get the dishes done? And then what I do is I wake up in the morning, and then I have 3 chihuahuas. They're in the living room. I feed them. Their names are Morgan, Maya, and Manny. Morgan gets 25 grams of adult dry food. Maya, she's female. She gets about 50 grams of wet food. She will not eat dry food for some reason. She was, and then just one day she refused to eat, and she will only eat wet food. She seems to be missing some teeth for some reason. We don't know why. Manny is the baby, so he gets 30 grams of puppy food. I can't remember their ages 100%. I think Morgan is 4, Maya is 2, and Manny is only a few months. And it's kind of cool to see the evolution of Morgan's relationship with the other two, because we got him first, and I'll admit we probably didn't get him from like the absolute best person. We were uninformed when we got him, and he has some behavioral issues. Like, he's terrified of people. He barks and he growls at people because he's terrified. He doesn't want you to be near him, and he thinks he can scare you off. He was also aggressive around other dogs. And in fact, when we brought Maya home, we got her from a reputable breeder. We did our research a second time, because Morgan had this weird thing with his throat when he was a baby, where he just would randomly, just every once in a while, for months, and then it just went away. And also he had this whole issue with his hip, which was really bad. I can't remember what it was called. But basically the ball of his hip joint was rotting on one side, so it had to be removed. And then we had to do like exercises and stuff to get him walking again. Yeah, this is me putting those to soak. The glass bowls, which I washed last. Right now, I'm letting the dishes I've already washed dry a little bit. Not very much, but they'll dry a tiny bit. while I put the glass bowls to soak. And I'm singing to Dixie Chicks, Cowboy, Take Me Away. Anyway, so Morgan had some health issues, so we went to and behavioral issues, which when we look back, kind of made sense. We had another dog at the time, actually, Shih Tzu, which we had gotten. He's since passed away, which is why I didn't mention him, because it's really sad. I miss him a lot, and it's kind of a touchy topic. But yeah, so when Morgan was a baby, he was with a Shih Tzu. But it had been a year, and we got a year from the time we lost our dog, and we decided Morgan needed a friend, and we wanted a female. We also thought a female Chihuahua would be better because maybe he wouldn't fight with her as much. So we got Maya from a reputable breeder. We did our research, and then she was so cute when we brought her home. She was so small. They're always so little and adorable. Maybe I'll put videos of them up later. Maya's got beautiful blue eyes. She's the only dog I've ever had that has blue eyes. She's Merle, or I'm not sure what it's called. But yeah, she has such beautiful blue eyes. We brought her home, and I messed up. We introduced them in the bathroom because when we got her, it was winter. We tend to get our dogs. We got Morgan in the winter, and we got Maya in the winter, which is not good for their social development. And heck, we got Manny at the start of the pandemic, so also not good for his social development. But yeah, I'm just drying the bowls right now. And we introduced them by introducing them in the bathroom, because Morgan is not allowed in the bathroom. We had a gate up at the time. The cat can get over it, but that way the cat has her space, because we have a cat too. That way the cat has her space, and that's where her litter is. So the dogs aren't usually allowed in the bathroom. So we thought his scent won't be in there. It'll be better for both of them. But I was supposed to turn around and face away from the door, and I didn't. So Morgan, as soon as he came in, saw Maya and started freaking out. And you could tell he was mega